Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it, man, I grew up. This is ridiculous.
Is this all of our? You have your significant others, and I have a picture of Deuce McAllister. I don't want anybody to think I'm sorry about this. Like I'm very proud of my Deuce McAllister picture.
I'm upset that I didn't have anything more silly to grab. I'm upset.
Yeah,
I was like, wow,
I've got a picture. It's actually a picture of me and my granddad that's just right here under my computer. Maggie's is more like I'd have to like reach out a screen. This was just like right here, and I was able to grab it.
Then you couldn't tell. This is the daily
That's a new
grind.
segment we need to do.
Photograph.
Reach out as quick as you can. Grab something random.
Crow.
Luke wins.
Sorry, guys. This is the daily grind. If you could not tell by whatever the hell we're doing this,
Right on brand.
Right on brand. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, and I got the both of the $2. I don't know. I got the $2 from the $2 Sports Show. Yeah, it was photographed. It's Nickelback. We did. It sounds exactly like that art. If you,
I mean, it was pretty spot on.
If you haven't,
Chad Kroger.
Chad Kroger. Oh my God. Is that his name? Chad Kroger. It is Chad Kroger.
Yeah,
Isn't
it is.
His
His family started the grocery store chain.
Yeah, they dropped an E when they did it.
What? Oh. Oh my God. How are you guys doing, fellas?
I mean, it's off the rails, so I'm right in my element.
Already we're off the rails.
Absolutely. I was out talking to my neighbors this morning. Little fun fact, I live between two Doritos farms, and they were talking to each other across my yard, and one of them said, "Hey, that's a cool ranch." Yeah, Drew liked that one. Let's go.
Drew like that one.
I get in this argument with my wife a lot because anytime I'm uncomfortable, I laugh. And so when we're yelling at each other and she says something that I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. Instead of getting mad, I laugh. And then she's like, oh, God. And that's obviously worse.
I said, that's a bad idea. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. But it's just human natural.
Amazing joke. It was funny.
I thought it was funny, too. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good Dorito joke, and there's not enough of them.
How many have you heard?
One, and there needs to be more. Shout out in the comments. Hit me with your best Doritos joke if you have them. If you don't have them, make them up on the spot.
Art is right. The show
is just starting. It's just started. We haven't even talked about actual stuff yet. We're just talking about Doritos and Nickelback.
Now I want some Doritos.
Now I want some Doritos with my coffee.
I want some Nickelback.
I want some Nickelback. Oh my God, Nickelback! If you're watching, come on the show. Yes. What is it? Media Day happened yesterday. Let's get to it. That's what happened.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. You guys did a great job on your show yesterday, covering it as it was happening. It was awesome. I wanted to, now that it's had a little bit of time to marinate, like a nice steak, like a nice, I don't know what other, something else you marinate. I don't really marinate stuff. I don't.
Cereal,
marinated milk.
Yeah.
The call, and I love cereal. I eat so much cereal. Favorite food.
Go with chicken, but all right.
You can marinate chicken too. There's the
ice cream.
Those are the ice. Yes.
Hot fudge.
Okay. After you guys have had a little bit of time to sit with the media day, what are some of the takeaways from the Grizzlies? I mean, seemed like for the first time in a while, it feels like there was no just absurd things where I was like, what does that mean?
It honestly felt like, I was talking about this last night with Maggie, like it felt like they've grown up. Like I've watched him be like Ja and Jaren being silly with their phones and all the little shticks and stuff that they used to do, and Josky and all that, which is fun. It's great. But last night or yesterday, it just felt like we were watching like grown-ups ready to take care of business. They seemed focused. My favorite part of the entire day, two things. Number one, finding out that Steve-O told Jock Landale that Memphis barbecue is better than Texas barbecue. It's the most important and accurate thing said all day yesterday. And then number two, the first thing John Morant said when he asked what his goals were, personal goals for the season, the first thing he said was to play 82. And I couldn't be more here for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was listen, media day is fun. It was a lot of fun to do it live on the show and parse through our thoughts as they were happening real time. I thought it was a really fun show yesterday. Mm-hmm. But when you get a little bit of separation from it, it just really doesn't mean much. Like, it's a lot of
talking.
It's a lot of speak. There wasn't anything groundbreaking that came out of there. Like, we knew all the injury reports and the statuses going into it. That was the most important thing for me when it comes to, like, what the season's going to look like was injury statuses for your big guys. We got an update for that beforehand. Everybody's going to put their best foot forward. It was nice to see that, Zach Kleiman made the comment, kind of boldly, in my opinion, to say if we wanted to be mid, then we wouldn't have traded Dez. Like, I thought that was a pretty strong comment, and it shows a lot of, willing to risk it a little bit, and that's just kind of my style anyways. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of the pack ever. Like, try to do something if you're we needed to shake it up, and it showed some forward thinking. Everybody's just so PR trained these days that you're not going to get the crazy stuff. You're not going to get anybody shooting their mouth off, and so it was fine. It was entertaining. It was a start to the basketball season, knowing that it's right around the corner. And I guess the only other thing, and it was, you kind of got the feeling that what happened last year was a fluke. The whole mismanagement from the front office to the coaches, the misalignment. I'm hoping they at least said the same things. Again, they're PR trained and savvy to be in these positions at this point, but it seems like the head coach and GM are in lockstep again. I hope that continues, because if the person building the team cannot be crossways with the guy that's coaching the players, like, you've just got to be in unison.
Now that we've had the vanilla ho-hum curmudgeon take, I like Media Day because I think it's a fun
I like it too. I'm just saying there wasn't anything groundbreaking. I mean, you can't sit here and say, like, oh, that's a big piece of news that came out. Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but it's not like groundbreaking news.
The way you just described it, it was like you were at the dentist and you were like, I mean, there was nothing new about it. It was just talking points.
I wasn't that monotone.
It's pretty close.
I delivered it well.
It was fun to see T.I. talking about his system and KCP being the adult in the room. I didn't think KCP sounded off at all.
I think he sounds old. I just think he's 10 years older than everybody else.
He's just mature. Like, he is the uncle. He is going to be the voice of reason in the locker room. He's going to be the guy that's kind of like the leader of this team and be that voice. So you want him to sound a bit mature and a bit distant from the guys, because he's going to be setting that example of championship pedigree. And then maybe this is what it is. It felt like a team, like Wayno said.
Righting the ship.
It felt like it was maybe a little flat because people were righting the ship. Maybe it's because T.I. is holding people accountable. We have an adult in the room. We no longer have the uncle or the stepdad that's up there letting the kids eat pizza at midnight and play Mortal Kombat till 3 a.m, right? Like, we've got a basketball team. I know that sounds amazing. We got a basketball team now. It's a real mature vibe from the team, as Edward says. And I just think that, like, I like a lot of what was said about the offseason and training. Gigi looked awesome with, like, the muscle that he packed on. Hearing what Jalen Wells is doing in the city with some of his, charity work and whatnot. It finally, like Wayno said, it finally feels like you're, like you said, like, we finally have a basketball team. Like, it just feels different this year going into the season. And again, Drew's right. There was no, like, one moment where it was like, this is it. But it just had a different feel this year, and I don't hate the mature feeling that we got from it.
Listen, my favorite part was, and I'll shout out, Grizzlies Media had all the coverage yesterday, so, I mean, we were all watching it, so I don't feel like I'm not being a company man right now. But when Josh sat down with their crew, not the podium, but when Josh sat down with, I think it was like Lang and Rob Fisher, that was really fun to see him, because he's a guy that puts his guard up really easily. And we saw Ja last year, Happy Ja's a scary Ja, and it didn't turn out poorly. I mean, it didn't turn out well. But instead of guarding himself again, he really kind of, no pun intended, let his hair down yesterday, talked about his shoes and his trip to China.
Number one shoe in the world.
Yeah.
And whoever the producer is for that show, Ja wanted to stay, and they forced him out to go to a break. Like, what do you think we want to see here?
Yeah.
Commercials? Like, no, this is an internet stream. Quit being so dang rigid. Let's talk to Ja as long as he wants to sit here.
They
And it's
control
fun to
the commercials, right? I don't know what that was.
Yes.
Just take a break.
This isn't FCC broadcast. Like
Like, no
Take a
offense to Vince or even Gigi or Jalen or KCP. Like, those guys are fine. I want to hear from Ja Morant. He's our superstar. If he wants to sit up there and talk for 45 minutes,
Let him
why
talk.
can't he sit there and talk for 45 minutes?
Oh, and you know what else was funny? Edie was sitting down with Vernon when they started talking about the Drew Eubank situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught it. He did one of those looks to camera like The Office, and they brought it up, and he just kind of went. They're like, yeah, he got to run a start, and he didn't move you, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Drew and I talked about this yesterday on the 2 Buck Sports Show, but we were talking about kind of our expectations, and we're going to go into a bit more of that today on our show for sure. But like, it feels like our floor is higher with this team than what it has been in recent years, and our ceiling is indeterminate, as Drew said yesterday. Like, it feels like we're at 40, whatever, 40 and a half, whatever, 45 and a half, whatever, or 43, whatever our win total is on FanDuel. Yeah. And like, I just think we're going to smash that over, man. I feel like there's given health, go wood, given health, and if Ja plays 70% of our games, like I think our floor is 45, 48 wins, and I think we can land firmly in between 50 and 55 wins, given health, with how good this team could be.
Yeah, if you tell me that Ja, we did this yesterday. If you tell me Ja plays 70% of games, if he plays 65 games, 70% is you're going to win about 50 games. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm talking about with your floor, assuming Ja health and availability. The ceiling indeterminate is because you are counting on a lot of guys that you haven't proven yet. Like, we're hoping G.G. Jackson makes that breakout, and Vince Williams returns to form, and Jalen takes a step, and Cedric is worth the number 10 pick. And there's a lot of things that you just can't put anything on a ceiling. It could be low because they're young and whatnot. Could be through the roof because we are high on these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which you mentioned that was one thing that I took away from yesterday was like the unanimous positive that every single one of those dudes had. Like, every one of those guys had something positive to say about Cedric. And I don't remember the last time a rookie came in where it was that unanimous.
It was the Scottie Pippen Jr. quote that was the one that got me when he said Cedric can guard anybody 1 through 5 and guard them effectively. Like, that right there was kind of the light bulb moment for me.
Yeah.
Like, this could be a really good basketball team if Cedric, it's just like, if he comes in and he's just a plus defender, even if his offensive game is slow to develop, kind of like Jalen was last year. Like, one of our biggest net negatives last year was when Ja and Desmond were on the floor together. They both improved defensively, Des especially, but neither of them were great defenders. So you always kind of had that like, oh crap, can we hang on defensively? But if you can throw out a Ja Morant with a Cedric and Jalen, or a Ja Morant with a Jalen and KCP, or even like a Ty Jerome and a KCP and Jalen Wells, like, then you're never going to have that big defensive hole. Yep. Right. We're big, we're long, we can defend. And you're never going to have that like, because there were times where we'd have Ja and Luke and Dez on the floor, or Dez and Luke, and it was like, ugh. Then you throw Santi Aldama in there, who is a certified matador from his homeland of Spain. And we were, as Conor McGregor might say, we were fooped.
This is the last thing I'll say about it. I talked about last year about how I would like to see Jalen Wells become more comfortable with the ball, and particularly to model his game after J-Dub with Oklahoma City, the big guard that can get downhill. They said yesterday that he will be more involved as the ball handler off of screen actions. So I think that is perfectly lining up with what I want is like a Jalen Williams role out of Jalen Wells.
Yep.
I don't hate that one bit.
I don't hate that one bit either. The only thing that I might, and it's not even a hate, it's just the one thing that, and I think we were all kind of bracing for it. There was a lot of Jock Landale talk yesterday, like a lot. And he talked a lot, and I just think that's gearing up. It's like, yeah, he's going to be the starting. Is he going to be the starting center day one?
There's no other option.
There's just nobody else is here. So just kind of gearing up for. I think Art said it earlier. Shout out to comments. Comments are popping off. We're probably going to be rolling out Asante, Jock Landale, potentially front court for opening day, and that's not great, but that's not going to be forever.
There's also a world where Gigi has a really, really good ball camp and he's your starting four. Like that could happen. Like this could be an opportunity for Gigi and the camp and the team to kind of put their money where their mouth is. That Gigi's showing more maturity. Gigi said himself yesterday that Coach Tumas told him, if I get this head coaching job, he told him this before, like long before, he said, I'm going to coach you harder than I've ever coached anybody. And to me, like all the coaches that I've known that coach you hard, they would coach you hard because they saw potential and they saw things in you. And I think that Tumas sees the potential there. And so, yeah, there's the European connection with him and Santi and his system and Santi and Euro ball. But like, there's a world where like starting day one, it could be Gigi if he has a really good ball camp, because Santi's role is going to be that backup four. That's where he's going to be in his suite. His lane is a backup 3-4. Maybe it's Gigi until Jaren and Edie get healthy.
I would love that. I would love that. I don't know. I left yesterday just being super excited, really about and just ready. And I think we started earlier. I lost it. Like the potential is there to shock some folks. And after yesterday, I left more positive heading into the day, or I was more positive about the team. Yeah, there it is. I was more positive about the team when I went to bed than when I woke up. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know. I feel good. That's what I'm saying. And their training camp starts today. They're going to be heading into my alma mater, Belmont University. Woo-woo. Hopefully nobody
go Cardinals.
Bruins. It's a rabid bear similar to a grizzly, sir.
They flew from Memphis to Nashville, which was probably like a 20-ish, 30-minute flight most.
That's how Luke gets to Memphis, right?
On his private jet. Yeah.
On my 3-hour private Honda Fit jet. The Kyla's an adjunct professor at Belmont, and she, as soon as I told her they were practicing, she was like, I'm gonna go loiter around so I can see Jitty. And that was the first first thing she said. And I died. I was like,
you've got to go. You got a good one.
I was like, okay, we're good.
Maggie does not, because Rusty's a Jitty hater. So
I'm not a hater. I just think there's better use of our minutes than with John Gonjar. But anyway,
that's to put it nicely. There was other media days that happened yesterday. We won't dwell super long about this. Most of the news that I felt like came out, other than Kawhi saying that he was ready for the NBA investigation, which cracked me up.
Bro.
It's like
that Pablo Torre episode yesterday. Oh my God. If y'all haven't listened to it, shameless plug, go listen to Pablo Torre finds out yesterday. Just when you think
fatigued.
like I get it, but yeah. Every time like Steve Ballmer and the Clippers are like, all right, this thing is buttoned up, Pablo's like, but what about this payment you made last year in 2024 after aspirations had already gone down? Their owners were in jail. Everything was proven fraud, and you still gave them a couple $1 million, and then Kawhi got paid? Huh.
I just don't know why. I mean, sidebar. The way that Pablo has dropped all these episodes, the dude clearly has more information. Just don't. Just admit to it.
He said that. He said, I'm not to the bottom yet. He said yesterday, like, we're not to the bottom yet. And like, I get the fatigue and I hear that. But like, until Adam Silver's nuts kind of drop out of his little skeletal frame and he actually does something about this, like, this is a massive deal. Like, this is the most obvious salary cap circumvention in the history of professional sports that we know of. And Adam Silver, like, something has to be done, or this is going to be the new norm that we get drug in a podcast, but we get to continue to pay our players outside the salary cap. Like, that's the repercussions.
Yeah, it was
nothing's going to happen.
I mean, I'm not holding my breath because Adam Silver's a coward. David Stern would have already buried the Los Angeles Clippers the entire
thing. He would literally have a backhoe digging a hole to put that new arena in.
Yep.
But Adam Silver's a coward. Clip that, Kenny.
Clip it. It was a lot of that, a lot of salary cap circumvention talk, and then a lot of injury stuff yesterday. Sounds like De'Aaron Fox isn't going to be ready for He's nursing a hammy. Sounds like Wemby is going to be ready. Sounds like Jason Tatum is trying to come back.
The Dallas Mavericks fans, I somehow had a Mavericks account on my feed yesterday, and it said, you know what happened the last time a player started wearing sports goggles and they had a rookie that was wearing number 32, comparing this year's Dallas Mavericks team to the Magic Johnson team his rookie year. I was like, oh,
Kareem.
brother. Yeah, I was like, oh, brother. Anthony Davis is not Kareem, because you're going to get 12 games from Anthony Davis
he may be 40-year-old Kareem when Magic got there.
Yeah.
At least Kareem still played consistently. You're going to get 12 games from AD in 2025 and like 13 in 2026.
But you forget the reason why that whole finals is legendary is because Kareem got hurt in Game 7 and Magic as a rookie played center. It's perfect.
Oh my God!
So you're saying y'all heard it here? Drew is saying the 2025
Cooper Flagg's going to hit a skyhook in the NBA Finals, Game 7.
Oh my God!
Oh my. Okay, we're not. Oh my God! You ruined it. You ruined the NBA talk. We're okay. You ruined it. You ruined it.
That's okay. I want to talk about the next topic.
Nope.
Or,
you want to talk about Monday Night
topic.
Football? Nope. You said it.
Remember, Luke, we've got to be out of here early, so we said we're going to end with Monday Night Football.
7:48. We're going to do this commercial over. Real quick, Monday Night Football. The Jets lost to the Miami Dolphins, who aren't winless anymore. Cincinnati looks bad against Denver. I don't want to talk about any of this except Tyreek Hill's leg is
gone.
Gone. It is gone.
Ask Dr. Buckets. Legs aren't supposed to go that way.
Holy cow.
Blank period.
You went through a lot of school to diagnose that.
I mean,
I saw it on my TV. I was like, did my eyes go crossed or did his legs?
A right angle. Knees don't go at right angles. Like, that's bad news.
Was it dislocation?
Like, it was your feet are supposed to be parallel. His was like this.
Perpendicular. And so the thing with that, you got to be careful, because he's having surgery this morning because he tore his ACL, PCL, all the other CLs that are in there, CDL, like whatever else you can tear in there. And what makes me nervous is those type of knee dislocations, you can stretch your femoral or sciatic nerve. And if that's the case, you get foot drop, you lose speed, you lose explosiveness. Like, this could be career ending. Like, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom or whatever, but I've seen this happen before.
He's done.
This could be career ending, because if you stretch that nerve, it never recovers. There was a guy that came and talked to us. He played at Mississippi State, and I'm blanking on his name. He was a linebacker, had a very similar injury, stretched his femoral nerve, and had to wear an AFO to prevent his foot from dragging for the rest of his life. Like, it could happen. It was that bad. It's
one of those things. He had soured in Miami. He had turned into like a
heel.
Yeah. Him and Stephon Diggs are a Joe Rogan podcast away from Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of souring. The weird report came out from Miami that said nobody has offered a trade for Tyreek Hill, as if that was like some kind of breaking news. Like, why in the world do you even say that? Like, that? Why do you report that nobody has asked for Tyreek Hill? And then he breaks his leg into 7 pieces on Monday Night Football. He's older. Like, I think it is done. The pride of an NFL player, particular wide receiver, you saw Odell Beckham go through this. He will try to come back. It's not a career ender. He will play football again, but it will not be what Tyreek is.
It depends on what kind of, if there is nerve damage. That's what
they were talking about. Stephania Bell, who's a fantasy football injury expert for ESPN.
Well.
She said that they rushed you to the hospital because of where that is. You've got main arteries that go down along your leg there, and they were worried about bleeding.
Yeah, because it's it's a neurovascular bundle where your femoral artery, nerve, and vein run right behind, like in the little hollowed out part in the back of your knee. And if it dislocates, and that tibia is very sharp edged and flat, and if it ruptures that femoral artery, you bleed out in a matter of minutes.
So what happened to Alex Smith, right? Alex Smith almost.
Well, he got infected, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Also, the same thing. That same artery runs down and can be severed there as well. Like, anytime you have, because your femur and your tibia are 2 very big, dense bones, and anytime you break those because of their proximity to those big, and I'm talking like your femoral artery. I mean, it's a big artery, and a bone shard or a fragment or anything hits that and clips it. That's a wrap, because like you've got 5 minutes and that's it.
I mean, I know he wanted to be a porn star after his NFL career. That might be happening a little sooner than he thinks. We're gonna take a quick break.
Got enough kids.
I was gonna make a Tyreek Hill getting hurt. Nobody want to trade for him. BC connection there, but after the porn star comment,
I'm sorry. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna give Uncle Buck the floor for a second. Right after this quick break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Laughing because Ja really been making some grown man moves out here lately, man. Starting a firm basically with his family, with consultants of former agents and former player reps, all those type of things. Basically, it's like he's getting professional services for people who know how these contracts work and can do agent type stuff for him. But he's basically paying them for their service and not giving them a cut of his contract. Like you talk about the mega, the super agents and the superstar agents and the mega agents, bro. Y'all made y'all name off the back of dudes who are hooping. Like, y'all ain't really doing nothing special, bro. You know what I mean? And I think this is a good thing for the Grizzlies. I think the fact that Ja is doing this without an agent, because an agent's job is to make as much money as he can for himself. And if he's in a situation where he's going to listen to every team in the world, but with Ja's not out here talking to other teams. He's a player. He's not talking to other teams on his behalf, right? So he knows he's just going to be talking to the Grizzlies.
Tune in to the Anthony Sain Show Monday through Fridays at 1 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
On the theme of things that are unnecessary, I went to my mother's house last night for a stupid gender reveal party in which the cake that I ate had pink icing in it. And we made a huge to-do about it.
now that's silly.
I just don't understand it.
Gender reveal parties are massively overrated. It's just it's silly.
Listen, why do I have to have like cheer for a team here?
The best part of this story.
She knew the flavor of the baby going into it. She was just revealing to us. You know, a meeting that could have been an email? This was a 45-minute drive to my mama's house to eat leftovers that could have been a text message.
A text message. Absolutely right. Hey, we're having a girl. Thanks. Good talk. I mean,
Sweet.
chick. Have a good night.
I've always lobbied my wife to not even find out. Like, let's have the grand reveal the way the Lord intended. Looking for a private part as soon as the baby comes out. That's what I want to do.
An or an outing when the baby comes out, and then you're done.
Tune in to the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind.
I'm going to get in trouble.
Man, I'm telling you, a 45-minute drive to my mama's for leftovers that could have been a text message is the most real thing I've heard in a long time.
I argued with Sane about that on his show yesterday in the comment section. Fool talking about they're fun, man. It's like it's a great way to celebrate a mom and dad. Like, well, man, it's like, no, send me a text message. I do not care to watch you pop balloons or open a kit. Like, just tell me what it is and sit like.
Aren't pregnant women miserable all the time anyway? Like,
I don't know.
No, I plead the fifth.
You don't get him in trouble for real.
The Daily Grind is brought to you by Trilogy Tattoo. You can't get a tattoo if you're pregnant. There's the transition. Right? I don't know. I don't know. See,
You're not supposed to, but there's a lot of babies in elementary school right now that the parents obviously smoked.
You're not supposed to do a lot of stuff while you're pregnant, apparently. My mama took Tylenol. Look at me. So we are also brought to you by Grind City Brewing. They are great. We have a good time down there every other Saturday. We won't be there this weekend, right, Rusty? But it's the following weekend.
October 18th is 2 weeks away. October the 18th is the next one.
I just stuck my fingers.
That's also, so I got to talk to Zach about this. It's not official yet, just saying, but that's the day of my 20-year high school reunion is that night. Just
Wow, you're old.
Tell me about it, brother. Like, it hit me last night laying in bed. I was like settling down. I'm like, God bless, 20 freaking years. But
mine's coming up.
So we might do it a little bit earlier in the day, to beat the darkness, because it's going to get a little dark a little earlier. But I'll talk to Zach, talk to Kenny. We'll get y'all the time officially. But it's October the 18th is the next show.
So
we
be
didn't
there.
even have a 10-year reunion. Nobody wanted to go.
I didn't go.
I went to my 10-year. Which my class was super close anyway. And like, I don't see them very often. Like, it'd be one thing if I still lived there and saw them some. I still talked to a handful of people I graduated with, not many.
Same.
But it'd be nice to see him. It's 20 years.
This is wild. Jeez. Speaking of 20 years, well, I don't know. We're also brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook, which if you want to head on over there to join us for a little round of tailgate therapy, you can. This is going to be like my little notepad that I prescribe stuff out to, because this is going to be our tailgate therapy, the Ole Miss edition. Because
what's that 4 mean?
That 4 is you're gonna make me say it. That 4 is because they're currently ranked number 4 in the country. And if you head on over to FanDuel Sportsbook, like I said, the Ole Miss odds to make the college football playoffs right now, yes, is minus 184. They are pretty. I mean, no is plus 146. So their odds to make the college football playoffs are looking pretty good. Their odds to go even farther than just the playoffs are pretty good right now as well. I just wanted to ask you, Uncle Buck, how does this make you feel? Has it been 20 years since they were ranked number 4? That's not even me throwing shade.
No.
I'm asking.
They won a couple of titles in the 60s. One of those things where everybody contests because there's multiple. Whoever finished the season ranked number 1, and there were like 3 polls, so everybody just argues over if there was a poll had somebody different. Like, they've got 3 of those in the 60s.
Did you mute him?
You can go in and like edit the mic setting, and I just slowly just turned it.
I was like, he's getting really quiet. He's getting really quiet.
Rusty can't handle it. That's
the only joke I'm gonna have. I'm done.
This is the first time this is the highest they've been ranked since they were ranked number 4 in first ever college football playoff poll. And to beat Rusty to it, Mississippi State was ranked 1 in that poll. Listen, me and Rusty on our show, I called it moving week. This was a big week. You had a lot of top 10 matchups. A lot of these teams that are playing in these top 10 matchups had not played anybody of this ilk yet, and so we're projecting a lot coming into this week, and I felt like last week is where you can start to make definitive statements. Yeah. Coming into the season, I was not as high on Ole Miss compared to a lot of the red and blue glasses guys. We had to replace a lot. Had a replacing a third-year quarterback. I said Ole Miss would be 9-3, but if I missed by a game, I thought they'd be 8-4. Then you replace your quarterback because of injury, and you bring in Trinidad Chambliss from a D2 school, and it just turns out he's an absolute gamer. The defense was bad to start the year, but when you have elite coaching at the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball, you figure it out as it goes, and it doesn't hurt any that LSU at best is one-dimensional because they just cannot run the ball. They are just pathetic running the football. Ole Miss rushed 3 linemen. The Ole Miss team that had 4 sacks on the season coming into this played this game with only 3 defensive linemen, and LSU could not run the ball. They were getting to the quarterback with relative ease. The game was not as close as the final score was. Ole Miss had 14 penalties for 150 yards or something like that. It's the only reason why the game was even resembled being close. Ole Miss just dominated, and I was kind of shocked to see that they went all the way up to 4. But like I said, this is moving day. Ranked above Ole Miss, LSU lost, obviously, to Ole Miss. Georgia lost. Florida State lost. Who am I missing? Penn State lost.
Penn State.
5 teams above Ole Miss all lost, and then you were able to say, okay, well, Ole Miss just beat the number 4 team in the country, you have some concrete proof now, and they looked good doing it. So Ole Miss moved up a lot higher than what I was thinking, like the 7-8 range. I was kind of shocked to see they got 4, but I feel like the only teams that you can definitively say have a better resume than Ole Miss right now are the 3 teams in front of them: Miami, Ohio State, and Oregon. Mm-hmm. And Ole Miss has got 3 wins in the SEC. They're undefeated in the SEC with 3 wins. I mean, it's as good as you could possibly do right now. I love that we got this win, and now we're on a bye. And so yes.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, it is serendipitous.
Oh, I thought that was Rusty about to inject some snarky.
No, it's me.
Okay.
I do have something to say when you're done. You have something to say when you're done.
So, Trinidad Chambliss is 7th in the Heisman odds. I think that's wild. I thought Trinidad Chambliss probably played his worst game throwing the ball. I think if you look at Ole Miss and you watch that game closely, the passing numbers were good. Ole Miss has got an elite group of wide receivers and an elite tight end that bailed him out. And a lot of the chunk plays for Ole Miss, he threw it up, and he put it in the vicinity, and the receivers went up and made a bunch of incredible plays. And the defense is going to get better. I mean, Pete Golding is the highest-paid coordinator in the SEC, if not the country, and he deserves every penny of it. The only way that this defense is not good when Lane Kiffin is there is if Pete Golding takes a head coaching job, and it may happen sooner rather than later.
So the 2 things I'll say: Ole Miss does have a 3-0 SEC record. They have been that was an impressive win over LSU. The competition up to LSU, like their resume so far, and give me a second, don't interrupt me. Their resume so far has not been very good, right? It's Georgia State, a bad Kentucky team, an Arkansas team that just fired their head coach, a good group of 5 Tulane team, and then an LSU team that isn't what we thought, but they were ranked number 4, and that's a top 5 win. The resume, strength of schedule is not that great. I think we're going to all look back at the end of the year and be like, man, we were really, really overrating LSU based on the offensive issues they've had.
Very fair.
But what I'll say is, based on the competition in front of them, Ole Miss has beat them exactly how you should beat them, 63-7. The Kentucky game was just ugly. Going to Kentucky is always gross.
It sucked. I'm telling you, they've got some kryptonite. Yeah.
As Mississippi State, as a Mississippi State fan, going to Kroger Field has always been bad news for us. You beat Arkansas, a bad Arkansas team, by 6, but those are 2 conference wins, and it's still an SEC win. So no, the strength of schedule is not very good. No, the competition hasn't been very good so far. We won't find out about Ole Miss until after the Washington State game, when they get Georgia and Oklahoma in back-to-back weeks. We'll know more then. But Ole Miss has been impressive, even if their schedule has been less than so far.
Yeah, nobody has ever. I've said Ole Miss is, as far as SEC schedules goes, it's one of the better ones. It's not as good as last year's, where you had Georgia at home. You're going to Athens, and you're going to Norman, Oklahoma this year. The SEC schedule is not hard, but you go and Arkansas beat Tennessee last year. You have these upsets all the time. Kentucky beat Ole Miss last year. You can only win the games that you play, and they've done it. And with the exception of the Kentucky game, which it's weird every single year, it was the very first SEC game. You've done it in pretty convincing fashion. And listen, we're going to talk about it in depth. I've got thoughts about the quarterback situation still.
I thought we was done with Ole Miss.
Well, I just thought we're going to talk about it again, rather. But I've still got questions about the quarterback. So you can only win the games that you win, and you hope to win them decisively. And of the top 10, 25 teams that they ranked, I don't know that anybody has a better resume than Ole Miss, except for the teams that are ranked ahead of them. And we're 5 weeks into it. The 0 in the loss column is starting to matter. Like, regardless of strength of schedule, the 0 in the undefeated, once you get into 5, 6 weeks, 6, 7, 8, that does matter.
It does. And I want to I want to stay in this conference for a second and Rusty, I'm excusing you from this because I want to see if his bias affects him. It is time for our daily dose of It's a Trap. And keeping with the SEC, I want to do, name of the game is It's a Trap. It's brought to you by FanDuel. It's named after Admiral Akbar, almost mascot for Ole Miss.
I've got the RIP Colonel Reb sitting around from my dad's knickknacks from when he was in college. I don't have any Admiral Akbar stuff.
Don't worry, brother. I got one.
There we go.
We're good.
Put a slap a powder blue jersey on that sucker and send it my way.
Yeah.
I got plenty. I got a lot of Admiral. I'll guess anyone. I want to do the updated SEC Conference Championship odds.
Okay.
Now, we'll see if FanDuel shares your bias. We'll see if they don't. So this is the updated odds to win the SEC Championship. Which one of these is a trap? Is it A, Alabama, plus 260, Georgia, plus 290, or Ole Miss, plus 600?
I think that Ole Miss number is pretty low considering where they're ranked in the standings right now. But I'm going to say I'm going to say Georgia's a trap.
I'll be damned. You got it, brother. That's right on the money. So I thought I might be able to get you with that Ole Miss odds being high. I thought that was a little high too, all things considered. But Alabama's currently favored to win the SEC championship at plus 260. Ole Miss has plus 600 odds. Texas is right behind Alabama.
That's
they got
dumb.
the plus. That's dumb. They got the plus 290. Georgia's at plus 600 with Ole Miss.
I've not seen any proof or any reason, and I stayed high on Texas after they got beat by Ohio State. I stayed high on Texas. There is no reason why they should be the second shortest favorite to win the SEC championship game.
You heard it here first. Mississippi State's going to upset somebody at home. Watch out, Texas.
Oh my God, I would love that. Oh my God,
You're worried about my bias.
I'm saying, man, I don't know. Watching us play Tennessee, like there's an upset somewhere at home.
I agree. I just don't know that I would go to that one. But yeah, I agree that there is one at home. I hope it's that one and not the one on Thanksgiving. I'll put it to you that way.
One on November 28th. Then we'll go with that one.
I love you guys. Before we get out of here, really quick, what are we watching on TV? It's Tubing Tuesdays. We got to talk about what we're watching. Oh, yeah.
Wayward on Netflix. It's weird AF, but it's called Wayward. And it's about this like home for troubled teens in the woods of Vermont, but it's a cult. And there's a lot of twists and turns to it. I'm telling you, it's very, very, very weird, but it's really good.
Okay.
Check it out. Wayward on Netflix. Maggie and I are loving it. We got one episode left, and like it's one of those like makes my brain itch until I get to watch and know what's coming next. So check out Wayward.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm about to start. I've been kind of holding off because Hulu is wanting to do the weekly episode drops instead of the Netflix style. I've been really tempted to just go ahead and bite the bullet, but I know I'll be miserable when I'm waiting every week. Only Murders in the Building is a guilty pleasure for me. I love Steve Martin and Martin Short. I think it's the best 1-2 punch in Hollywood history. And so I really dig that show a lot. They've got, I think, half the season is out right now that you could binge, but then you're going to have to wait weekly for the rest of them. So I've just been kind of keeping it on the back burner.
Lame. I just finished Alien Earth. Had to wait for it to do the whole thing too. It's great. I also just went and saw One Battle After Another, the Leo movie in theaters, and it was awesome. I've never seen car chases filmed like that. And Leo's, I love Burnout Leo. Just hilarious. I would highly recommend both. Yeah. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad you got both were here. Thank you for talking Ole Miss. Thank you for talking Media
You're welcome.
Day. Oh my God, I should have done it backwards. Rusty, we'll have a Mississippi State Day soon where it's just, I'll give you the floor.
Thank you.
$2 Sports Show is today at 11. We got Sane at 1. We are brought to you by Grind City Brewing and FanDuel and Trilogy Tattoo. Go check all them out. And if we can leave you with anything today, like we do, we like to leave you with some things. Leave you with these two things. The first one, we're going to be a little weird, just a little bit like that. And 2, you got to remember to smile, y'all, real big. Yeah, bye, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.